Hey, how's it going? My name is Anthony and I'm making this video because I'm having a shoulder surgery tomorrow on my right shoulder, and I thought why not to, contribute with you who's probably about to have a surgery and you're doing your research. So hopefully you can take something out of this video. So I'm going to be sharing three different things with you. Like number one is going to be the injuries that I've got. The second thing is just a bit of context on how my dislocation actually happened, and then how I'm preparing for my surgery and post surgery. So the first thing first, of course, like the two different injuries that I've got. Like number one, and I need to read it out because some of the names I just like doesn't get in my head. So one of them is called Hill-Sachs deformity, and it's a common injury when you have a forward dislocation of the shoulder. The second injury that I've got is it's an almost 360 degrees labral tear, which is a cartilage that lines and reinforces the ball and the socket joint of the shoulder, as you can see there on the image. Basically, that cartilage is being all damaged, so they have to kind of repair or redo it again. I don't know how the process is really, so I'm just have to wait to find out. So to give you a bit of context on how this actually happened, and it was mountain biking. It was a pretty awesome day. We were really excited because we had been waiting for that moment quite a long time. So we went up the hill, but my mistake was not walking the hill really to understand how the trail was, and understand the corners, the ramps, or anything. So I was more prepared when I hit the trail. So the first loop was actually pretty fine. I went quite steady, but the second loop is when the accident happened. So basically, in one of the corners, it was faced with one ramp. It was actually a quite steep and big ramp, and I just came off my bike and couldn't land properly, obviously. And one of the problems was that my mate was way ahead of me, so I had to wait with my shoulder dislocated. I had to wait there for like half an hour at least until he like found out that I was actually something was happening, so he could come back up and then help me with my bike, walk half of the hill down to a place where the van, which is a transportation that take you up and down the hill, could take us down to the car park and then drive off to the nearest hospital. So we managed to do that after like 45 minutes, almost an hour. And then by the time I got to the hospital, of course I was in real pain, and it was just really weird to see that little gap between my shoulder and my clavicle. I don't know, it was just like weird and painful. So yeah, at the hospital anyways, they put me under anesthetic, full anesthetic, and they just put my shoulder back in. But ever since, the problem is like I've been suffering, from pain. Is it like the instability of my shoulder is really bad. It comes out from time to time. In occasions have come out like twice in a month or something like that. So for example, if I'm trying to throw a ball fast or long distance or whatever, or if I'm doing some sort of exercises, for example, one day I was doing shoulder press, and I think it was a little bit heavy for what I could carry, and my shoulder did something weird and popped out. So I was off the gym for like 3 months or something like that, because every time my shoulder pops out, I have to be off anything I'm doing or sports for like at least 3 months until the pain goes away. So I think because it's been coming out so many times, I've been damaging and damaging the I've been just getting worse. The injury's been getting worse. So I've been having this problem for 6 years really, and finally is when I'm getting it treated properly and getting the full surgery. So how am I prepping for my surgery, right? These are a few things that I actually purchased quite recent for this. So I'm gonna share with you right now. The first one is this wedge pillow that you can see. Has a pretty good angle, it's quite firm, And what I've read so far and seen out there is like they recommend this so you don't lie down horizontally to avoid putting a lot of pressure on your shoulder, particularly when you're trying to get up. So this one is, it seems like it's just easier to get up from this angle. Now, the downside of this one I've seen is that it's quite narrow. So my back is quite wide, so I feel like I won't have enough room, or I'm just gonna be in this little square, without a good range to move around. So other than that, I think it's pretty good. I'm just gonna give it a go and see how things are, how things develop. But I'm gonna leave the links below just for you to have a reference. I'm based in London, so obviously all my currency is gonna be in pounds. But wherever you're watching this, just this could help you to have some sort of references. The second thing I got is like these ice pads. So these are the ones that you can put in the microwave or in the freezer. So this one, I didn't go too fancy on this, and I got one with this elastic band and Velcro, which apparently is really good to keep it firm on your shoulder, so you can just wrap it around with the Velcro and this, as you can see. And this, and just keep, a good tension on your shoulder and receive the heat or the temperature, the cold temperature that you need. The third thing I got is just like extra large t-shirts, which what I read so far is like you don't want stuff that are difficult to put on or take off. You want something that is loose enough so that you can, take it off yourself or whatever. So this one actually, and I'm just gonna make the note here, is that I'm not spending too much money on this. Like these t-shirts are like £1 or 150 or something like that, because I know, that's I'm buying them for that purpose. Same with these two other products that I got. Like I didn't pay more than £15-16 on them, because I know it's gonna be kind of a one-off use, really. Another thing that I'm actually about to do after recording this video is I'm gonna start doing all my preps, like food preps for the week, because my girlfriend spends most of the day out the house, obviously at work. Despite the lockdown and everything, she works in a hospital, and therefore she has to go, like at least 3 days there and spend time out. So I don't want to be in a position that I compromise a lot my left hand or my movements or anything like that. So I'm gonna try to have some, breakfast and lunch ready. And by the time it's dinner, hopefully she'll be at home and she can cook for me or whatever. It's like you organize yourself in your house. So yeah, I think this is like a few of the stuff I wanted to share with you, and hopefully I'm genuinely hope that you find this helpful, and at some point, and if there is one thing that you can take with you or ask or leave the comments below, so just to keep kind of building that community that is sharing their insights, as you can see all around. That would be awesome. Like, and if you're having a surgery quite soon, I really wish you a speedy recovery and that all your surgery goes really well. From what I can hear, like all the stuff I gather is like the recovery is the main thing to remember and to do very well, really. So at this stage, which is prior to my surgery, I'm trying to get my mindset into, okay, the recovery is the most important thing. What can I read? How can I follow through my process and everything, so that hopefully I have like a really good recovery and I can get back into the sports I like, which is like mountain biking, surfing, gym and stuff like that. So I wish you all the best, and I'm gonna try to keep a record of all my progress. So if you can subscribe or you can follow my recovery process, that would be pretty awesome. I'm gonna try my best, as I said before, just to record all the process all the way through. So let's see how everything goes tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you later then. Cheers.